Hello and welcome back to Breezy the Teacher's YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reading a little spooky story. It is called The Teeny Tiny Ghost. It is by Kate Winters and illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. Before we get started, I want you to take a look at the cover. What kind of characters do you see in this book? Remember, a character can be a person or an animal that speaks in the story. While we're looking at this cover, I want you to make a prediction. What do you think this story might be about? All right, do you have it in your head? Let's go ahead and get started with this amazing book. It is called The Teeny Tiny Ghost by Kate Winters and illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. Once there was a timid, teeny tiny ghost. He lived in a teeny tiny house with two teeny tiny black cats. There they are walking up. The teeny tiny ghost went to teeny tiny school. He learned his teeny tiny alphabet, shivered at spooky stories, and heard about Halloween. He had never been out on that night, but it sounded very scary. Each day after school, the teeny tiny ghost tried to do his homework. Haunting is very hard, he told his teeny tiny black cats. They sat on the windowsill to watch. First he booed, and then he wooed, till he made the rafters rumble, and he had to hide his teeny tiny head. Then he howled and he yelled till the echoes came a-calling, and he had to hide his teeny tiny head. I'll never learn, wailed the teeny tiny ghost. I'm so timid, I scare myself. And a teeny tiny tear slid down his cheek. His teeny tiny cats climbed on his lap, licked his teeny tiny face, and purred their teeny tiny purrs. What nice cats he has. On Halloween night, some eerie yellow lights bobbled by the house of the teeny tiny ghost. Looks scary. What's that? He said, holding his cats close, and his teeny tiny heart beat bumpity bump. Then he heard rap tap tap in his teeny tiny door. Who's there? Called the teeny tiny ghost. Let us in, cried the voices, and they sounded very big. Who do you think it might be? The teeny tiny ghost looked around. Could he hide? He slipped inside the grandfather clock. Bing, bong, bing, bong. But he shivered and shook till he made the clock chime. Bing, bong, bing, bong. The teeny tiny ghost thought his head would explode. He undid the latch and escaped. Rap, tap, tap came the knocking on his teeny tiny door. Let us in, cried the voices, and they sounded very loud. Who's that? The teeny tiny cats meowed and meowed. Don't be afraid, said the teeny tiny ghost. I won't run away. I'll keep you safe. We have to be very, very brave. The teeny tiny ghost took a large breath. He huffed and puffed till he felt very big. He booed and he wooed till he felt very bold. He howled and he yowled and he sounded very loud. Then he heard hands clapping and he heard voices cheering. Bravo for the teeny tiny ghost. It's Halloween, trick or treat, cried the ghost from his school, and they pranced about in costumes and masks. His best friend Gilbert wore a blue sailor suit. He tooted tiny tunes on a teeny tiny horn. His teeny tiny teacher had a hat and a cape. You can be a magician with your teeny tiny cats. Then the teeny tiny ghost and his teeny tiny friends sailed up the streets on parade. They tapped on teeny windows, they rapped on tiny doors, while jack-o'-lanterns smiled in the bat-black night. The teeny tiny ghost gave a teeny tiny giggle, and he whispered to his teeny tiny cats, "Happy Halloween!" I hope you enjoyed this teeny tiny story with me today, and I hope you get ready for Halloween that's coming. Make sure you stay safe, wear that mask if you're going out trick-or-treating, and always remember to bring an adult. Your assignment for this book is to, 1, identify the characters in this story. There's more than one. Also, I want you to look and see what happened first, what happened next, and what happened last, okay? I hope you go back and you read the story again, because remember, good readers always read at least twice. Thank you for tuning in to Breezy the Teacher's YouTube page. I hope to see you again. Have a great day.